Welcome back to Avery County, where we are here for helping our hometowns. And it's our hometowns. We are all connected, whether we live here or not. And as people here start to rebuild, they have to turn the page from heartbreak to hope, from fear to faith.
There's a quiet beat right before music starts. For that moment or two, there's a mixture of uncertainty and anticipation. But when the song begins, that feeling usually passes by without notice, and there's a sense of comfort. Because, unlike life, we know what's coming. It's all there on the page.
In a sense, it's kind of sad, but life has to go on. You know, that's the thing about tragedy, loss, is life has to go on. You know, it don't stop.
Tommy Carver knows pain and loss can feel isolating.
One of the hardest things I've ever heard or had to go through in my life, I reckon. But you imagine the wind and the rain the way it was. I mean, it's just a way to describe it. It's so loud.
He just finished covering up part of his brother's house in Avery County. Half of it was swept away during Hurricane Helene, the half that his brother David was standing in.
That's what I think he heard the sound and come around this corner trying to figure out what it was.
David was buried under power lines, mud, and debris. He was trapped as first responders tried to rescue him.
You know, the outcome was not what we wanted. You know, we worked so hard to get him out. We just prayed. We talked a lot about God. He talked a lot about his family. He loved his family so much. And we just got to know each other.
Brian Towler crawled down and laid next to David. All those hours just talking.
He said, in a minute, I'm either going to hug my wife or I'm going to hug Jesus. And either way, I'm a winner today.
David spent 10 hours trapped in the debris. And that whole time, he was making sure others were okay and that they had faith.
He was a good man. Helped a lot of people, you know. And he sure was. He was a good man.
They eventually got David out, and he saw his wife before passing away at the hospital.
The storm may have took my brother, but it didn't take my faith, and it didn't take my peace.
Music can be comforting, and what's so special about it is that the same notes can sound different. That's how we all are, same and different all at once.
And years down the road, so people will be saying, that's that man that died that kept his faith down then.
You know that moment right before music ends? That awareness and trust and certainty?
What better way to go? Right down to the last breath.
That's faith.
Tommy says he can't wait to see his brother again because he knows exactly where he's at, especially spending essentially the last 9-10 hours of his life checking on people who were checking on him. And you heard from Brian in there, he was the first responder who laid down next to David and kind of waited for that rescue. And Brian says he's just never seen anything like that. So I think that's what we can remember here too in Avery County. Really tragic things that happened, but people did have faith, and they have each other, and they will continue to have each other, and they will also have us. Ted?